Hey guys, it's Heart, and today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. So I asked you guys on my Instagram at ForeverAndDollways, you should follow it, to ask me some questions, and I'm going to answer them, so let's get into it. Also, this chair's squeaky, so you guys know this by now if you've been on my channel for a while, but I'm sorry if it makes noises throughout the video. The first question is from AG Twinsies, and they asked, how do you choose AGNM finalists? So basically, before I even go through any of the photos, I download all of them from the emails that you guys send me, and I just save all of them, and then on the day that I decide the 12 finalists, I scroll through every single picture, and I write down ones that catch my eye or I think are super creative or very technically sound, and then I'll write them down, and I can end up with anywhere from 15 to 25 pictures that I saw that I think really stood out amongst the sometimes over 300 entries that I get. So then those, I go through them several times and eliminate until I have my top 12. The next question is, who do you want the next girl of the year to be / look like? So I've said this before, and I think that it's time for another Asian American Girl of the Year because the last one we had was Jess in 2006, and that was obviously a long time ago. And I know that American Girl has definitely stepped up their game in terms of including Doll of Colors as the Girl of the Years, with Gabriella and Luciana being a few years ago. However, the last two have been, you know, white, so there's nothing wrong with it. Obviously, like, I'm half white, so I definitely, like, I understand a lot of Americans are white too, but there's also a large percent of the population that is not white, and they're people of color, so I think that needs to be better represented in the Girl of the Year series. So that being said, I'd like to see an Asian American Girl of the Year. I don't really have a huge idea of what I would want like her interest to be or anything, but something out of the box instead of like a dancer or gymnast or something. I think it'd be cool. Like Luciana's STEM interest was super cool. It resonated really well with a lot of people. So if they did something like that again, I think it would be awesome. The next question is from Ladybug AG06, and she asked, how long does it take you to film and edit? So it all depends on what kind of video I'm making. If I'm making a Q&A or something like this, it normally takes me around 20 minutes to film with like setting up and everything. And then editing can take up to 2 hours, and then making a thumbnail can take 20 minutes. I mean, the most I've spent on a thumbnail is probably 25 minutes, but yeah, so it takes a while. Definitely invest a lot of time into YouTube, but it's also my job, so it's worth investing time in. The next question is from AG Spirit Studios, and they asked, did you ever think AGNM would get as popular as it did? I should probably start with this. If you don't know what AGNM is, it's my modeling competition for dolls, and it's more of a photography competition, and the 12 finalists submit photos every week based on themes that I give them, and then I eliminate them one by one until there's a winner. When I started AGNM, I did not think that it would get as big as it did. I received so many submissions cycle 1, and I was flabbergasted to say the least because I thought maybe I'd get 20 submissions. So I'm really grateful that it took off and that everyone wants to enter. Like, that warms my heart that this competition means a lot to people. So no, I definitely did not think it would get as big as it did, but I'm really grateful that it did. The next question is from Swiftly.Dolls, and they asked, favorite Taylor album? If you guys don't know, Taylor Swift is my all-time favorite artist. Harry Styles is a close second, but I've been a Swiftie since I was 5, and I've been there for all 7 of her albums. So that being said, I think each album is amazing. There's not a song that I don't like from her, but I think honestly Reputation might be my favorite album because I think that it's so different from her other stuff, but it's different in a good way. It's just amazing, and I went to the stadium tour, so that I may be a little biased, but that was like one of the best days of my life, and all the songs are just so good, and I can play that album all day and not get sick of it. But also all of the other albums are so good, and it's hard to choose a favorite. But my favorite song is All Too Well, and that comes from Red. So there's different songs from each album that are my favorites, but I think Rep is my favorite album. And I just love the whole aesthetic of that era. The next question is from _Peachy_AG, and they asked, if you had to make a famous person out of a doll, who would you make? Well, Taylor Swift. Obviously, I would love to make an updated Taylor Swift doll. I made one, and I sold her I actually sold my Taylor Swift doll to the person who asked the last question, so yeah. But I would love to make one, probably like a rep era Taylor Swift, or if I made one for each era. Oh my gosh, I gotta stop. But also I want to make a Harry Styles custom. The next question is from JustJordan_13, and they asked, if you were to do anything other than photography or fashion as your profession, what would you pick? If you guys don't know, FIT, the Fashion Institute of Technology, is my dream school. It's in New York City, which I love New York City. It feels like my home. And I'm really into fashion and photography, so those are two things that I'm super passionate about. If I had to do something other than that, that's really hard. Maybe filmmaking, but that's kind of cheating because it's similar to photography. Maybe business. I'm also a big business person, so probably like business management. That'd be interesting to me. The next question is from ABSkitV_, and they asked thoughts on dolls with colored hair and Joss. So when AG released Joss and the Truly Me dolls with colored hair, I wasn't really like keeping up with American Girl, so it was news to me when I found out. I think they're really cool, honestly, and I think it's good for girls who want like custom dolls but can't necessarily make them themselves. I personally would not buy them, I don't think, because I would rather just make it myself. But I really like the purple wig. I think that's super cool, and her eyes are really pretty as well. As for Joss, I think she's cute. I mean, I don't see her in my collection just because I think I have enough dolls that are similar to her. But I like her hearing disability. I think that's a great thing that American Girl did to kind of differentiate her and bring awareness to that matter, that there's girls with disabilities, and I think it was time that the Girl of the Year had a disability as well. So I think I like all of those dolls. I think they're really cute, but I wouldn't get any of them in my collection personally. The next question is from Sunlight_Dolways, and they asked, what are the biggest challenges of doing YouTube and school and sports? The reason I take breaks from YouTube often is because of school and sports. And if you don't know, I'm a junior in high school, and that's the busiest year of high school, obviously. And I'm online for school, but it's still super busy. I spent like 6 hours doing math homework the other day. So it's hard. It's definitely hard to balance, but all I can say is take advantage of your weekends and your breaks, because over break I literally grind out videos, which is why I'm uploading more frequently now, because I'm technically on a big break. So that's helpful. And sports, volleyball's canceled right now, but normally I have volleyball practice twice a week, and obviously those days I can't do anything. But during the school season, super busy, and even my weekends I have Saturday practices, and Sunday's my only day off. So that's when my uploading really does not happen. The only thing I upload normally during the school season is AGNM. So I'm going to try to pre-record and have videos ready for next year, this year during the school season, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. But it's pretty tricky, and you get used to it, but it doesn't get really any easier. The next question is from AG Spirit Studios, and they asked, if it doesn't have to be doll related, how's your junior year been? My junior year started off great, honestly. It was my first year on varsity for volleyball, so that was really fun and definitely an eye-opener. It's very different from JV, but I had such a great time being on that team. But it kept me super busy, and being a varsity athlete is very hard, and it's a huge commitment. So that was in the fall of my junior year, and my classes weren't too hard then. Then they started picking up in the winter. Things got hard with school. My schoolwork was really hard, and then now I'm on a break, so my junior year it's weird, it's abnormal, but my Regents exams got canceled. If you don't know what that is, it's a New York State mandated test where you have to pass them to graduate, basically, and they've just exempted all students from Regents exams this year because of this quarantine lockdown. So I'm kind of thankful for that, because they would have been hard this year. I'm in chemistry, pre-calc, AP US history, which I still have to take an AP exam for. I'm really nervous about because your girl's not good at history. And I'm in, obviously, American literature. That's my English course for this year. So I'm in super entrepreneurship, which is a college level class, and I get credit for a course in college. So I definitely have a lot on my plate, but it's been a good year overall. So those were all the questions that I'm going to be answering today. If you guys want me to do another Q&A, make sure to comment below and I will do that, because I like doing these because it's more personal, I feel like. And if you have any other video requests, comment them too, because I'm always looking for things that you guys want to see. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below to become part of the Fad fam. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!